Welcome to LXC.
Ranks rise up, League of Legends pride, amateurs unite in LXC.
She's fast. I mean, if you get her. Yeah, you do.
Oh, massive.
The W that matters hits. The W's that don't
Wait,
matter.
she's stunned!
Oh! Nice!
I can clap her, I
I mean, the quad.
I'm not getting away.
I mean,
Watch out, if you guys get
I got him!
Oh, you got him. W. I'm ulting her.
Hip up for Diana.
I'm zoning Rel.
okay. Play it back. We can play Baron here, no?
Yeah. Don't fight.
Oh, he's engaging him,
Rescue.
Rescue.
We gotta follow up.
Yep. Watch out, man.
Rooted.
Coming.
I got the Diana. I'm on Rel. I can't hit it.
I got him, man.
Izer's dead. Oh, that's game.
One Zaya is going to do so much damage, and I'm overextending a little bit up top lane here. Has to burn flash.
Yeah, he got minion blocked very hard, and that's just very unfortunate. And the Leona ult and EQ coming in, the Lee Sin coming for, and what great rotation from the jungle and support.
Definitely a good shining point for the side of bare minimum right now. You do have that scaling champ of the Smolder, and okay, Sin hits the wall with that repair.
Yeah, and Aurora getting caught out having to flash.
Win. Come on.
The
I'm cutting him off in river. I'm here, I have a flank.
I got ulted away. I'm coming back into the fight though.
Look Gnar. Then Sivir. Then Poppy. Keep going. Victor rooted.
Nice. That's so good.
Go Baron.
And the ranks rise up, League of Legends pride, amateurs unite in LXC lights. Crusader League we fight, champions by our side, Emerald dreams ignite our night. LXC we play, Emerald all the way, victory in sight, shining in the night. Battlefield we roam.
Welcome back, everybody. Week 6 Crusader games. It's Wednesday. We got NLE Marauders and Expired Bandits, and a little bit of a matchup today. I'm NLE coach for one of the teams, so I'm excited to see what their Emerald team has to offer, since I really don't get to see them too much. But overall, both teams kind of look good. I'm excited. Can't really complain about the champions they're playing so far, at least when I'm looking over the OP. Nothing too out of the ordinary, but definitely leaning NLE Marauders. Just maybe a little bit of a bias out of the gate. I don't know about you, Lala.
I think I'm on you with this. Looking at the game so far, I think NLE's been really solid. They have a really good comeback from what I keep seeing. I don't know too much about Expired Bandits. I think they're more of a I know them little by little. I know they have a little bit of a comeback thing too, but I think it's more to NLE for me.
No, yeah. I'm just I got a bias, draft is already starting. Okay. Trying to pull it up on my screen now so I can catch up to the action. But so we see NLE Marauders starting out with Atulia and Cenaban, two really just kind of you can pick them whenever you want champs. They don't have a lot of counterplay against them. And then Expired Bandits following suit with the Smolder and Kha'Zix, just two picks that if they get ahead, it's kind of chalked for the other team. And then we got Braum and Aurora. Okay, Braum, Chad pick. If anybody plays Braum, you're just cool. And then Aurora, if it's a new champ. I mean, still people are still getting used to it. But NLE Marauders on the blue side taking Ezreal first. I'm not entirely sure when I'm looking over the op.gg's if Ezreal was played mid at all. But I wouldn't be surprised if he was. He's one of those ADCs where you can flip him from AD and mid, and it won't matter too much. He's just like he does a lot of damage and he's mobile and he's safe. So could be either way. But we're seeing the Seraphine Jace here. Seraphine definitely going to be support. I don't see a lot mid anymore. I mean, if it's mid, it's something where into Ezreal, like you're going to be doing nothing the entire lane phase, nothing at all. But Jace, I can look. I'm pretty sure that should be top, but we'll have to look here. I'm just gonna look.
It still can be a flex too.
It can be, yeah. I think it's actually might be a mid. It might be a mid lane champ. Crazy.
Okay.
But it looks like their mid laner plays it a little bit. But the Amumu trying to keep Seraphine in place. Seraphine does like to move around a lot. So I do like the Amumu here, kind of trying to get close and personal before she can E and R herself out of danger. But looks like Marauders has like a really big dive comp happening. This is definitely the Diana mid then if Amumu is picked here. I mean, unless we're bringing back Amumu support for some reason. But Diana Amumu, kind of crazy AoE ult combo for a dive. So maybe we're looking at maybe an engaged top laner or a tank top laner to kind of round that out with. But Diana mid seems quite interesting to blind at the moment. And then we have Sejuani. Sejuani, just Giga Tank. Enough said. I mean,
Jungle's also there for Diana, is a flex.
yeah.
But Diana mid's been really, the peak of scares at the moment because everyone's been playing a lot of burst mage, and there's like, what if we just play someone who can just fight it out?
It's so fair. So fair. We're seeing the ASOL ban here. I mean, I guess they're still thinking that this is an Amumu support, maybe? And Diana mid. I think they're trying to lean into that, or at least negate the possibility. I do like the Orianna ban here. I mean, obviously, we don't exactly know if Jace is mid. They're both teams are kind of trying to call bluffs right now. And then we're following up with the Kennen ban. I dislike Kennen, like very much so. Playing against Kennen, I ban it. Ask my team almost all the time. Ban it. He's just annoying. So I support that ban by expired bandits. Like I support it. But
yeah, Kennen's been a big problem too. Yeah, I do agree. And plus, with the AOE they have, right? Diana all with the Mumu all holding people down. That's just like another layer to the cake.
And the Rel band as well. I mean, trying to kind of keep like expired bandits. Like if they want to flex Seraphine can be played in 3 different roles. And yeah, they pick another champion that can go into different roles. All 4 champions here can be played in multiple roles. So Jace can be top mid, Sejuani top jungle, Rumble top jungle mid, Seraphine mid, support 80 carry. And then we are now expired bandits have kind of forced Marauders to kind of like show their hand a little bit here on the blue side. And if they pick MF, obviously then Ezreal is definitely be going mid. And it looks like that is the case here. But MF Amumu can be a really good bot lane combo, just with the AoE ult into AoE ultimate by MF, like with the damage. Very, very great. And then Cassante blind, not too terrible. Rumble is going to be quite unfortunate because Rumble can like shred Cassante, and especially when he all outs, So be on the lookout for that, the Rumble damage and how Cassante like kites it out in lane phase. If you can dodge a couple Qs, you might win. Okay, so we have Seraphine 80 carry. We just figured that out. It's probably like Seraphine Rumble or Seraphine Set. It looks like, I would assume.
Yeah, that's probably what I would think too.
I'm assuming that it's probably, I can't really tell based on the OP. But if it was my case, I mean, you're playing into kind of an engagey support. So Set kind of wants Amumu to be close to him. And if Amumu goes in, Set just pulls them and beats down on him. So I would expect it to be Set because I think Rumble's better into Cassante. But Seraphine Set kind of seems they don't work well together, I guess. Like they can work together because Seraphine's like pretty like she can do anything she wants. She's pretty flexible in that. But Set wants to go in, and Seraphine's like, actually, I don't want to do anything on lane phase. So quite an interesting draft from Expired Bandits and Marauders, to be honest. I mean, who was expecting a movement to go support? Was not me. I was kind of clowning it a little bit. But if it works, it works. If it works, it works. How are you feeling about the draft right now? Like, we were both feeling NLE, but has the draft changed your mind at all? Or
I do think Expired Bandits have a better draft just because they have like they have a direction. They want a team fight, you know. We look on NLE, they're kind of more split push, and if they do want a team fight, I don't think they're favored at 6. I think they're favored at 11.
And
They need
we
items. Yeah.
do see the set top, so it's Rumble support, double burn. So in terms of bot lane duos, that makes more sense. Yeah, oh, the Katarina hover. Oh, crazy. Crazy. No, Katarina is broken. Nerf her Riot, please. But Set and Ixante makes sense. They just kind of want to throw hands for 35 minutes. Makes quite a lot of sense. And Diana jungle makes I'm not surprised. I don't know why I'm surprised by that. I don't know why. I'm sorry. But Ezreal, MF, and then a Mumu. We're gonna see Jace mid into Ezreal. If Ezreal can just kite out with his E, I mean Jace shouldn't even be able to touch him. To be honest, Jace is most likely going to do most of his damage from like queuing or shooting bombs over like from bush or over the wall in mid, like using first strike. I would imagine he's going first strike this game. Makes the most sense. I know first strike's kind of like nerfed right now, but I mean it's probably their best bet. But past 35 minutes or past 30 minutes, like Expired Bandits like draft is just so much better. It's going to get to a point where Seraphine, like Sejuani Rumble is going to be so much like oppression. It will entirely depend on if NLE can get ahead in time. Because if they get ahead, NLE has a snowball comp. Diana, MF, like Ezreal, like I don't want any of those champions to be fed. I have no reason for them to want to be fed at all. Because I mean, Arc Voice like literally yesterday put on a masterclass on the MF went like 17-4. Like nobody could touch him. He could just walk up and auto a Jinx and she's dead. So I mean, just like watch out. We'll have to watch for the first 25 minutes or so, or first 15 minutes to see if NLE can get a lead, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
I do think 6 is just the ready to rumble for Expired Bandits.
Mm-hmm.
But NLE got some good ults too. You know, they're more of the countermeasure. They'll take it for sure. MF is good. You know, MF has that bullet time. It's just bullet rain, not bullet time, but it's just really rough to fight through that too.
Mm-hmm.
I do think I do think Expired Bandits have a better draft, but then also we do have to count the snowball too, right? If this Diana can make things happen when she has her like Gnasher's Tooth, or I believe second item is so flexible to the point where like if Diana just gets off, it's just gonna work well more.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. But we'll see what happens. I mean, a lot of things could happen, but we're gonna go to a little break. We're gonna think about what these drafts are doing, what they're trying to do. We'll come back and we'll see what they do with it. If that makes more sense. But we'll see you guys in a second after a quick break.
Mirrors on the wall, staring back at me. Stranger in the hall, frozen by the scene. Portraits seem to fade. He lost his centerpiece. Can't recall his face. I hope he'll rest in peace. Haunted by my mind, victim or the prey.
we're back, but unfortunately we have been paused on. Yeah, but like we were talking a little bit. We like Expired Bandits draft a little bit past 35 minutes. We were talking like that before the break, right? I mean, to be honest, if Diana pats correctly, bot lane doesn't get to play the game theoretically. But I don't know, man. I don't like Diana as a champion. I don't play her, so it's very hard to imagine what she wants to do. I've just played against her too many times. I think she's a fun mid lane champion, but it's like, who are you touching when you're Diana in this comp, right? Seraphine just W's, Jace speeds away, Sejuani can't be slowed, he dashes away, Set greets Diana, and Rumble does too much damage. And that's the support. But maybe we might be seeing an invade on the side of NLE, if we're going to talk in-game wise. We're seeing Diana, Amumu, and then 280 carries. Whenever you have 280 carries, usually you want to invade if you have some sort of tank CC like Amumu, just because you will do more DPS over time. Like Seraphine's going to have her passive, and she might double Q or double E, and they have Sejuani, but that's about it. I think overall, NLE has a better invade. So once this pause gets gone, we'll have to see. I mean, because a good invade could be a great start to the Marauders. But we're back. We're actually on the Rift now. The gates are now being opened in probably like 2 to 3 seconds. See, there we go. Opened and ready to go. My game froze a little bit here.
Yep, I'm with you there.
Love that. We love a good client, right? Client.
Small indie company, guys.
Small indie company, right? Games. They don't know what they're doing, guys. It's fine. Oh, we're back. Are we good? We're good? We're seeing a 5-point actually out of the Marauders here. I'm completely lying. There's no invade. And I'm sad. But we're seeing the 80 carry in mid. They're kind of trying to just like make Expired Bandits think a little bit with MF there. I mean, I think it's a little interesting, but because I've seen a lot more teams put their jungler mid, so they can't, like, the enemy team doesn't know where they're going to start, or the mid laner mid, usually one of those two. Not the 80 carry mid, a little bit different. They're trying to get in the heads of Expired Bandits a little bit, I see. But besides that, a very peaceful first minute on the Rift, and I'm complaining. I can complain. I don't know. Did you want to see an invade? I feel like I wanted to see an invade.
I think an invade would have been really good for NLE here. Try to speed the pace up. It could be like it's like a double-edged sword. They lost that, it probably would be really bad too.
Oh
Maybe.
yeah.
But you know, spice it up, right?
That's exactly what I'm saying. But it's like very. I just feel like an invade sets up what the game's supposed to be. You know, in the first 15 minutes, if your game's gonna be dead in the water, or we're gonna win. But already some scrapping in the top lane with Xante and the set. We love to see it. We all know that was gonna happen. Whatever. Watch as we see like Rumble kind of playing in the bush here. I mean, honestly, being in the bush is like the support's like biggest like strength. Like if you could just play in the bush all the time, the opponent has no idea what you're doing. So I like how Rumble is like kind of weaving in to do his Qs, so they can't see. Very well done. Set getting to level 2 here onto Super Chase. I mean, not a lot happening. Super Chase kind of taking it in stride. And both teams on the bot side just easily farming. But looks like if Ezreal can get both these creeps, he'll be up 1. I mean, it's very exciting. I mean, I love CSing. CSing is the best. Xante trying to like freeze on top, freeze in front of his tower a little bit, get a little freeze going. Set is not allowing that to happen. Every time Xante goes up for a minion, Set is right there. Oh, Set's barely out of tower range there, but just out of tower range. Doesn't take a tower shot, and Xante hits level 3, so it looks like nothing had ever happened in that little exchange there. MF with a little Q bouncy bounce to Rumble there. He's showing him what's up, and that's all. There's not a lot going on in the first 3 minutes, guys. Both these teams are playing very, very careful. I mean, they don't have like their win con items yet. So they're just trying to kind of sense each other out. The MFE, the Seraphine E does come through the root, going in, and Amumu says, "This is my time," but nothing happens. Absolutely nothing. But Diana is bot here, possibly looking for a re-engage on the side of NLE. Seraphine does not have passive right now. They have no idea Diana is here. The root coming through onto this Misfortune. Cleanse and Flash. She's effectively out of this fight. Drops the E down onto this Rumble. Diana going in. Rumble flashing on MF, but he will fall first. Diana getting the first kill here. Amumu is still on the Seraphine. She has no mana left. Diana should be able to track her down if she doesn't get stunned in time. Amumu flashing, forcing the Seraphine to flash is so huge with all of her already having all this mobility here. Flash is just gone. 1 for NLE, 0 for the side of Expired Bandits. Great start. But now mid lane's turn. Ezreal flashing out of the harm's way for now from the Sejuani. Sejuani taking a tower shot, and that's about it. I mean, nothing going on there. Set and Sante are fighting in this top side. Sante eating out of Set's range. Will he take a second tower shot? He won't. He will survive for now. Diana looks to be caught out a little bit from this Jace Rumble burst damage, and it looks like she will fall to this Jace. After mid lane did such a good job getting out of Sejuani's reach, Jace just ends up getting a kill anyways. But the wave is pushing into Ezreal, and they are exactly even on farm up to right before I started talking. Rumble using this damage to kind of poke Ezreal, make him a little less comfortable here. Sante does not like this. That wave is pushing into Set. Hopefully it crashes before that next wave gets there. I mean, a lot of fighting already across the board, so I guess it makes up for the fact we didn't get an invade Lola, but like, you know, Diana's been part of the 2 plays, 1 kill and 1 death. So she will be either the reason our team wins or the reason they lose. Probably.
Yeah, for sure. Diana jungle is a very paceful jungle too, so you really need to either step on the gas or like just keep your tempo up. So what I want to see out of Rifle, at least for NLE side, is that he's taking all his camps on spawn and he's just keep continually cycling his gold, because if he gets ahead of Sejuani when Sejuani ganks or something and he's still farming, he will have a chance, you know? That's how Diana jungle works.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, I feel like she's just like, if she's really snowbally from all I know. Yeah, so I definitely agree. Like, I think she wants to step on the gas, but I also think it's very easy for her to step on the gas, you know? I mean, she wants to be up in everybody's faces. We do see Sejuani possibly looking for a gank onto Ezreal here, but opts for the grubs. Respectable grub. We don't judge people who go for grubs in this household. This LXC household we have here. Set and Sante going in already. Set does hit the middle part of his W. Doesn't do like the bomb damage yet. Diana back bot, seeing if she could possibly get an engage here. Mumu Q does land onto this Rumble here. Rumble is pretty much CC'd, and MF is going to clean up the kill, giving a free kill over to this MF. I mean, that's one way to start getting fed. Sante knocking Set back into the tower here. The W does come out, but unstoppable as well. But the second tower shot lands and Set falls. I mean, I don't think Set thought that he was gonna die from that second tower shot, but he really, once that W is gone, he's pretty squishy, at least at level 6.
Yeah.
Like I mean, level 6 Set is not surviving 2 tower shots. Tell you that much, guys. It's a lesson learned. But good job by the Sante using the knockup and Set kind of feeling safe a little bit, and then just using his ultimate to push him just that much further, so make sure he takes at least more than 1 tower shot.
Yeah, for sure. The pacing of that was too, like the bot lane gank they're getting Rumble, that was really good. They're just abusing that Rumble doesn't have any CC, right? Rumble's just all damage, maybe just 1 slow or a couple slows with E, and he doesn't have ult yet, so they're just like, we're taking the advantage now just to like jump Rumble and get the lead. Cassandre making a great play, and then of course Expired Bandits taking grubs here. So first 3 grubs go to that, they trade objectives. On the same thing, you know, they're just it's just early game.
It's early game, but NLE is coming out on top, at least a 500,000 gold up right now, like 400, 500. Obviously going to change with the CS leads, but everybody's kind of CSing pretty similar. I mean, MF's up 9, Sante's down 9, but he's at a whole wave here. So he should be able to. I really don't know what Sejuani is going to be able to do at this, at this position. Right? Like, Sante's not coming forward at all. He wants to go back. Forcing Set to ultimate here out. great and unstoppable by the Cassante. I mean, Set trying to pull him into the Sejuani, but Cassante doesn't even know that Sejuani's here. And he outplayed the Set. But now Diana's like, it's my turn. They don't even know Sejuani's here. Casante's going to see if he can all-out him backwards, possibly. He doesn't have all-out yet. So he's going to see if he can stall against Diana. It looks like he will. I mean, unless this Riot client wants to keep griefing me. But Diana going in here. The Set W does come through, but Cassante just tanks it and gets another Set kill. He's a happy Cassante right now. Sejuani ultimate coming out onto the Mumu here. We do see Jesus Q does land, but doesn't do enough damage just yet. Will Mumu and Sejuani or Ezreal be able to get out? The Seraphine ulti does come through, but just not long enough to be able to connect. Ezreal and Amumu trying their best to get out of here, but it looks like Jace is going to blow up this Ezreal before he gets the chance to get out. I mean, he had flash up in about 2 seconds. He probably would have been fine, but just not enough to get from the Sejuani slow. I mean, well done. Getting that both teams are kind of identifying their win cons right now. One with the Jace and one with the Cassante MF. But I do like that Sejuani and Diana, every time they see the jungle on the other side, like one part of the map, they're just going for a play on the opposite side. Or like, so like it's like a heavyweight fight right now. They're just like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's great for both teams. Great for watching too. So I mean, it doesn't keep us bored.
Yeah, it's a very like the first 3 minutes were like, okay, everyone's getting their things. The last like 5 minutes has just been, hey, we're fighting every 15 to 30 seconds trying to make a play, you know? And that's what these teams want to do, you know? They hit 6 and everyone's like, all right, it's time to party.
Yeah. No, honestly. And you know, I feel like those are the games that are most like fun to watch. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like those pro games where there's not a kill until like 10 minutes. Like, I understand like getting vision, getting objectives, whatever. It's like the strategy part. But sometimes I like a bloodbath of a game, you know? So, we do see Diana is here, Sejuani in his red side. Can Cassante keep Set here in time? It looks like he will be able to knock him into this Diana, and this is not where Set wants to be. Unstoppable's trying to get away from his tower. The Diana ultimate does come out, but it does not kill the Set, but she just keeps going forward. Set does fall, but Sejuani is here to try to avenge this Set, but it looks like he's not going to be able to do enough damage. But Jace has something to say about that. Cassante all outing onto this Jace here, but is Jace damage enough to finish up Cassante? It is not, but now Sejuani is weak, and so is Jace, and Ezreal has full health. I mean, Rumble is here, but what is he going to do, really? He's just kind of here to keep a move in place. These grubs should go the way of NLE unless something crazy happens. But it looks like Jace is staying. Set is TPing up. Should be a 4-on-4 matchup once Cassante gets up here. They do see Cassante TPing in here. Diana has aggroed the grubs. Diana wants to fight, but neither jungler has their ultimates at the moment. So we just have to go straight abilities. What can happen? Sejuani is the first to fall, but Diana is second. The side of Expired Bandits are very, very low, and 2 fall next. Ezreal is doing the cleanup, and Mumu is taking, getting, and making way for Ezreal to get a triple kill on the side of NLE. I mean, no jungler got the grubs, but Ezreal did get a triple, and he is very, very happy about it. Man, that Ezreal is now going right on par with where this Jace is. I mean, Jace started out very, very ahead. Like, he's up 15 CS, and he was 2-0. With that opportunity, it's just like, right? Diana didn't even care about dying. She's like, bro, I don't even have ultimate. Does not matter. Does not matter. I have Cassante there with me. Well done just for the team to roam up, let MF farm with the Seraphine. Like, everybody, just great positioning to be able to back up this Diana's aggression, because sometimes that's not the case.
Yeah, for sure.
But Diana already going back in here. I mean, she's the only one here. Cassante is a little ways away. This seems quite greedy. The Diana ult does come out. Can Ezreal finish off this Rumble? It doesn't seem to be. Sejuani does go in onto this Ezreal here, but Cassante knocking him back, trying to keep this Ezreal safe. Cassante getting stunned here. Mumu coming in with advantages. He does have ultimate. Oh, he does not have ultimate. I am lying for clout. But Seraphine ultimate coming out, knocking the side of NLE back. And these grubs will go, actually, to Expired Bandits. They're going to end up getting 6 grubs. But MF should be able to get a couple of plate spots. Seraphine TP'd up here for this. She'll have to walk back. But, I mean, then NLE's just going to grab the second dragon. We'll be able to see what Soul is going to be after this. I mean, hopefully it's a Infernal Drake. That's what they want. They want to blow you up right away. I mean, but like, because it's not gonna be Earth Drake, it's not gonna be Wind Drake. I mean, Hex Tech would also be something fun. We will see. Now, what is it? It is going to be Hex Tech. So wow, I can tell the future. I am amazing.
Hextech's still pretty good though for both
Yeah.
teams, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's not
especially
a-
double archer, like double archer hex tech.
Yeah.
Like, I would not like to play this game if I was playing it as Ezreal MF with hex tech. So,
Oh yeah,
but,
for sure.
oh,
the pick.
pick possibly coming on the side of NLE here. Rumble is all alone. He got a Mumu and Diana, a nasty combo in this Rumble, and this Rumble just has no chance. He has absolutely no chance. He was completely oblivious to this roam that NLE had cooking. Jace is here, but they don't know yet, but they're about to find out in 2 seconds that Sejuani is top. So they might try to claim most of Sejuani's jungle, but Ezreal and Kasante possibly try to combine on a 2v1 here into this Sejuani, onto this blue, trying to capture it. Sejuani should probably be able to... He doesn't have Smite, so I mean, that blue buff is not his. Kasante's going to walk this Sejuani down. The Ezreal damage is massive right now with that Trinity. I mean, and looks like Diana will be able to take her blue buff. Sejuani's going to have to reset. He'll get her. She'll get hers. It's not a big deal. But we're just going to trade fights for blue buffs that were apparently not ours to begin with. So, lesson learned. Junglers, take your own camps. Take your own camps. That's how the game's played. But, again, another top lane scrap. Another top lane scrap. Top lane island is what some may call it. But I'm liking this matchup. Who doesn't like a good Kasante set matchup? Rift Herald is up here. We got Rift Herald. We got all 4 people for NLE are here that need to be here, but we're seeing a bot lane dive forming as a result with the Sejuani Rumble. MF realizing that, she's just out. She's just like, okay, you can take my tower. You can take it. It's not a big deal. But this Rift Herald might be going top as a result. Oh, nope, I'm blind for caught again. Oh boy. We'll have to see. We'll just wait. I'm getting too antsy, Lala. I'm getting too antsy.
It's a scrap on scrap. Ooh, the Kasane ult.
Oh, Kasante ult coming. He now he ults on my screen. But it does set ult and that unstoppable coming out. The set W finally has enough damage to finish off this Kasante. Set must feel feeling good after that one because man has been getting a little bit rolled. The Sejuani, the Ezreal shifts into the Sejuani ultimate. The prediction for Sejuani, but. I mean, that is all they can get for now, but we do see the Rumble ultimate coming out onto the Mumu and Diana. Do they have enough damage to kill Sejuani at this moment? Sejuani's just too tanky, but the Mumu ultimate coming out. Sejuani goes right back in, so does Jace. Jace finishes off the Diana, and Rumble gets the Diana, and Jace gets the Mumu. A clean 2 for 0. Very good job on the side of Sejuani just baiting this jungler in. Like, they were spending so much time trying to chunk down this tank. Just for the assassin, ranged assassin Jace to come in with a burn support. Like, what are you gonna do, man? Like, Sejuani is just too dang tanky, man. Like, too tanky.
Even with Zeke's finish, that's just like her stats are just really abysmal with her passive. They
Yeah.
just increase it so high, like where she's just like, oh, I can run in, run out, throw this bolt at you and run away.
Yeah. No, it's wild. I mean, like. Now you look at the lead, the gold difference, I mean, is now about 3,000 gold, 3,500 gold on the side of Expired Bandits. I mean, and they're the scaling team, you know? So, I mean, definitely not what you want to see on the side of NLE Marauders. I mean, like, you don't want to see this, this Seraphine Seraphine has no KP right now, and that's completely fine. But we do see another scrap coming in from this Kasante. He does weave this W this time. So now it's go time. Kasante ghosting in here, trying to start the scrap with the set, eventually trying to all out. He does, both top players have the ultimates. You would expect if Kasante ults, Kasante set is going to be reciprocating that. So the Marauders just decide, okay, we're going to try to take mid, and they still can't do it because they got no grubs in this game. They just charged Rift Herald for half a tower. I mean, probably should have waited maybe a little bit until all Dragon was up, because then you could have Soul Point. But, I mean, that is good too. We love tower damage. We love tower damage. But we do see Vision being taken out on the side of Expired. I mean, like, they clearing all of this Vision that Marauders have worked so hard for. I mean, but Diana coming in, a couple pink wards. But as soon as this pink ward gets placed, it's immediately gone. Essentially handing over 25 gold to the side of Expired Bandits and this dragon. This dragon is theirs. Marauders making the choice to just push mid or go for it, and mid is the obvious choice. I like this. I mean, just push mid. This dragon is burnt fast. And any fight they take is a 5v4. Set is not here. Set is still pushing top lane. I mean, if they're gonna look, they gotta look now, but I don't think they're gonna even touch them. Somebody needs to reset for this Cassante. But I mean, they get 2 towers. I'm pretty sure they took the first one as well because it was really weak. But the Cassante does get out barely. But as soon as this Cassante leaves, the Seraphine ultimate comes out. So does the Sejuani ultimate. MF throws her ultimate back in their face, but it's just not enough. She has no front line to protect her. And she falls as well, this Rumble. But Amumu getting the trade onto the Seraphine. She now has her first death of the game. And the Amumu ultimate is amazing, catching Jace and Sejuani here. Jace is falling to the Amumu. Cassante coming in, getting a kill because he got here right before set. I mean, Cassante got a kill. Amumu got 2 kills. He's now the new carry of the NLE Marauders. And set is just over here farming and proxying this mid wave. I mean, Cassante's all out is expiring just now. They're thinking maybe they can catch this set with all 3 of them. But we will have to see. I mean, Amumu wants to kill him so bad. But forcing out the TP onto this from the Seraphine here, I mean, a little bit of a interesting TP, but keeps the wave alive enough to kill a couple creeps.
Yeah, the game state right now is pretty it's pretty back and forth, you know. And only they make a bad step forward, misplaying a lot, and then all of a sudden, you know, Expired Bandits are in a bad position because the Mumu just like, all right, my carries are gonna die. I'm just gonna go forward with the other 3 people, you know, with Cassante and Diana, and just turn the play. It's just very. I guess like that's how NLE are gonna have to play. You know, they already know MF and Ezreal are the main targets, so that's how NLE are just taking it. Like, okay, if our carries are gonna die, we just play with Cassante, and Cassante, you know, full tank can all of a sudden just become a menace to society.
He's a drain take assassin, bro. Like. So wild, man. He can dash through walls. Great champion, right? Love it. But we do see Diana completed her second item here. That Witchbane will just amplify her burst potential that we were talking about earlier on. I mean, hopefully it's Seraphine or Rumble or Jace. Jace would be a great target. But Expired Bandit doesn't care about the Witchbane. They want the Baron. They're burning this Baron down. Ezreal TPing in here, seeing if they can do something about it. Xante is the first one to get here. Diana is the furthest away from this Baron on the side of NLE. And 2000 coming out. But Diana, does she get it? No, it's Sejuani. Somebody smited NLE. And it doesn't matter. Set is the first to get the MF. Diana falls and Amumu. Set falls, but it's just way too late. All the tanking gauge, besides Cassante, who is already weak as it is gone. I mean, NLE put so much into trying to stealing that Baron with the Ezreal TP. I mean, and ultimates, like, but they got nothing. MF just used Flash and Cleanse. They're right now, this is a completely Expired Bandits game, and it's not even 25 minutes yet. So we will see how long it takes for Expired Bandits to figure out that this is their game and they have the momentum. Or can NLE, do we think NLE will come back and have to answer somehow?
I think Expired Bandits could finish it here. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the main goal, right? For sure, I'm looking at like what items are right now. Sejuani's on a reset timer right now, basically, where, you know, Warmog, she can just go in and out, and then it's a tank once again, right? Jace is at 3 items with Mirror Mana completed, so it's just like he's gonna hit like a truck, you know? He's just gonna shoot a plasma ball at you, and you're just gonna take a lot of damage. So
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like Expired Bandits has like a lot of burst potential. And Seraphine with her healing and shielding plus just having 2 tanks in your front line instead of just the one is like just massive. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, no, my volume was like going down. I couldn't hear anything. But the Seraphine ultimate coming in, but the Diana MF combo is just as nasty. I mean, but the gold gap right now is just showing on the side of Expired Bandits. We do see Seraphine fall. Sejuani going into the Ezreal. Ezreal falls as well. Xante all out, trying to see if he can just do some damage here, but it's just not enough. The Q3 does land, and MF is the next to fall. And with that Baron, that's likely. They have a wave coming up. They have no wave right now, but they should be able to at least get inhib. Should be a dragon. I mean, but they have no wave anymore. They barely even touch this tower. Sejuani's taking. Set is tanking with all his might, and this inhib does fall. It looks like they'll be the end of their siege here, but the dragon is up. If NLE can somehow find a way to string up together 2 dragons, great. That's the win con right now. You want Hex XO for your MF Ezreal Amumu, right? Like you want that slow. But this team just burns it way too fast. Diana's gonna try her best to get there, but she's not even at the red belt before the dragon falls. You're even dragons. You're up 4 towers for Expired Bandits. You're up 6 grubs. You've gotten a Baron. Like you are in the driver's seat right now, and I would like to see them just go, go, go. They are looking to fight at all costs. Sejuani has the green light to go on to any champion that's probably not named Ezreal, unless it's with ultimate.
Yeah, this is a very rough spot, I would say, for NLE. They would have to get like an Amumu 5-ult with a Diana collapsing with and like they have to hit the Dream ults basically to come back. I think experiments are way too ahead, so even if we have a little bit more time on NLE, I would think about what we could do in the next game. Maybe just think about, all right, well, they're not out 100%, right? But it's good to just think about it. Okay, calm down. Maybe we can look for another thing. We'll look what we did wrong a little bit. Talk about it a little bit more. But we are waiting for items too. I just think Expired Bandits, they're on the timer right now where they're like, okay, we're just gonna step on the gas and we can, right? Driver's seat moment. Just don't put your foot off the gas, we're just going straight in.
No, 100%. I mean, it's kind of just like we said, we're waiting on items, like a kind of a wallet diff here. But we're also seeing, I just think some of the items we have picked haven't been the greatest choices. But in terms of wait until next game, if my team is talking about next game in game 1, I am booming so quickly. Try not your best to think about, don't be down about this game. Try to find a way to win. They have an avenue to win, and it's the team fight. It's hitting on big Amumu ultimate into an MF, you have to have a lot of things go right, and I understand that's tough.
Yeah.
But, try to make those things go right. The set pull does land on this Ezreal here. He does flash, but the set W damage is too much now. It just got way too close to a set.
Oh.
I mean, when set pulls you in and you have no shift, that Ezreal, it's over. It's over for him. That top lane tower should be falling. They're going to get another inhib here. And Set is pushing Ray Bossingly. I think that's an adjective. We're using it. And he is pushing down that bot side. And look at nobody's going to stop him. Nobody's going. We do see a Diana going in here. The ultimate going in on the back line. Amumu following up here. But they aren't dead. The Crypt Bloom coming out from this. For who has Crypt Bloom? It is the Rumble who has Crypt Bloom. And Xante trying to go in, but Rumble just does too much damage. The double burn bot lane of Doom on the side of Expired Bandits is too much damage and too much sustain to handle with 2 tanks in the front line here. We do see Ezreal is the last man standing, getting knocked back into his tower. We're going to a game 2 off a dominant. While the kills might not have been much, this is a dominant win on the side of Expired Bandits. I mean, definitely not what I was hoping for. I mean, being an NLE coach and all, but this is just a draft gap right now. And the players executed on the side of Expired Bandits. They just kind of executed their comp better. I mean, they had Sejuani set, and they were like, okay, we're gonna have you 2 tank, and whenever we go in, Jace, I need you to follow up. That's all I ask. That's all that happened. And NLE couldn't respond. They had Diana. Diana got ahead a little bit. She got the first blood even. But she didn't have a Liandry's to chunk these tanks. She had Lichbane. She can kill squishies, but the only 2 squishies on their team are their bot lane. And who is touching Rumble Seraphine? Ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that kind of lineup's kind of hard because with that Diana build, I would think that you would just go straight into maybe like an hourglass and you would just go full send. You just press hourglass with your ult, just try to pull everyone together. You have a Mumu, you have people that have these layer ults, right? So that's what I would think in that Diana shoes. Going Lichbane, I think it's very greedy. It's not. It's for burst, but I think what NLE could have done there. They could have asked what Diana could have thought about maybe go hourglass, maybe even second, and just to layer that up because we have these ults that layer with each other. We want to keep them in that kind of circle ring with like with the Mumu with MF. It was very hard for that Diana to get off.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like, you have the comp you want. Like, I'm not saying NLE's comp is like bad, right?
Yeah.
It's just like their comp just did what NLE's comp wanted to do, but better. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's in a different way. It's instead of Jace, instead of Jace, like instead of MFR, it's like Jace Q flip. You know what I mean? And Jace just blows you up. But then Rumble has Crypt Bloom. Seraphine just shields everybody. You know what I mean? Like, they just like overall, I think NLE wanted to do something, and I think it could work. But I would substitute a couple of the champions they're trying to pick because I feel like they're trying to flex pick too much and be like, oh, haha, Mumu, Diana. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know. Mumu, Diana, Ezreal. In concept, good champs, right? But, like, realistically, a Mumu support is just not very good right now, unfortunately. I love a Mumu. I like the pick. Not saying he can't be good. Diana, kind of out of meta. Unless she's your number one character and you just kind of know what to do. I feel like there's just better options. So maybe we'll see a little bit of a champion change up here. But on the side of Expired Bandits, I would run back that draft if I'm a coach. I mean, one of the things. I mean, I'm not trying to like. Should I? Okay, why not? We'll just we'll put it on. I don't, how many people are watching? To be fair, I mean, are my teammates or the teams we're gonna face soon. Maybe we'll see them. Maybe not. Maybe we'll give them a little bit of leg up. But if a team wins, usually you try to run back your draft. I feel like that is just like coaching 101. I mean, if you stomp a team, you're like, okay, are you guys okay to like win game 2 also? Because we're just gonna run back the same draft. And if they ban stuff, you just put in stuff that literally does the exact same thing. So I mean, I would expect Expired Bandits to do it. I hope they do it. I know it'd be boring for like a viewer standpoint, but it shows that you're not scared of like you recognize your momentum that you have going into game 2, I think.
I completely agree with you too. Having the same comp then shuffle people around, completely agree for expired bands. I think NLE they could draft a bit. Yeah, right. You're agreeing with you for your drafts basically. NLE they could draft a bit different for jungle, for support. Having those two other things there, I think for sure a Mumu support is very low on the ladder for all of us. Even for me, like I think they could switch that up too.
Yeah.
For sure. Mumu support is very like it has to like they have to really first pick their support and you really have to play against that. They probably thought it was Seraphine support. Blindly, I would that's very kind of rough for NLE because that's just like you're playing off of just just the little information you get. It's very rough, I would say. So
no, yeah, I would just like I just think there's a lot of Taiki Gauge is so good right now that a Mumu is viable. You know what I mean? But like there's Alistar, Rel, Nautilus, you know what I mean? That pairs so well with Misfortune. Misfortune is so broken right now. Like she is so good. Like she's one of those 80 carries like that they've been banning a bunch of 80 carries and trying to change the 80 carry pool, right? And changing like taking out lethal tempo and changing fleet footwork. It doesn't affect MF at all. None of it has. And she's just sat there and been just like A tier. Now she's S tier because she just uses all the items that are good. So I hope that Arc plays it again because I pick it for him and it's great. It's simple. And he is very good at it. But I do think these teams are evenly matched. I honestly do. I think the players on both teams, it's very, very even. But they gotta change the draft. You have to, as like a coach, you have to go back in the draft and be like, okay, I might have messed up a little bit. We can do better. And I'm hoping they pull something out of the hat of tricks that I know Piglet has. You know what I mean? Like he can figure something out. He can figure something out. I would B1 Misfortune. They're on red side. You R1 Misfortune. R1 Misfortune, tank engage, call it good.
All right, well, let's get into the draft. The draft
We're
is
in.
ready.
Is ready? Oh, I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm excited. Okay. So we see the Smolder ban. He has been playing a little bit of Smolder and the Talia. Two old bans. Not new. Don't know where I was gonna say new from because they've just banned last game. But we will see. We see the Aurora again. Believe there was a ban in between those. We'll have to see if they change it up or they keep it the same. But Talia, we will. What is the red side number 2, man? We got 13 seconds and it's Senna. Not a change. It's the same thing. If you guys were excited about it in the Twitch chat, you're messed up for that one. But Kha'Zix, that was also banned last game. But I don't think it was in the first 3. I think it was in the second pair.
No,
And
it was the first 3. It was Kha'Zix. This is the same bands.
Besides Seraphine. Seraphine is the new one. I like the Seraphine ban. That's fine. Trying to take. No way they do it. No way they do it to him. They're gonna try to do it to him. This is gonna be hilarious if they pull it off. I think this is such an ego flex. If they just do it and they're like, hey, this is how you pick a Mumu B1. Or this is how you pick a Mumu like in the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, so we were just pooping on a Mumu, but Expired Bandits picks a B1. But now we're switching off the MF, possibly to a Jinx. Jinx, another one of Ark's picks that he likes to play. I mean, Jinx has been a mainstay of pro play for a good minute now, over multiple metas. Even the Collector IE meta, which shocks me that Jinx is good during that. But Jinx is going to be locked in here on the side of Marauders, and you would imagine they're going to pick a tank support. It's not going to be a Mumu. What will it be? I wouldn't be surprised if I see a Nautilus. Nautilus, Rel, Alistar.
Yeah, that's the 3, right? Even Leona looks good here.
Leona as well, yes.
Yeah.
Any of those 4. Wukong. Okay, we're cooking something. Somebody is in the kitchen. I want to ask the chef what the recipe was after this game. But Wukong, that could be jungle top, a weird mid laner, but I don't think it's mid. I have zero inclination that is mid. I would assume that Expired Bandit's just gonna go AD carry here. Imagine they pick MF. If they pick MF, I'm gonna laugh. This is funny.
I would take MF. Okay, Kaisa.
So it could be Kaisa mid. It could be Kaisa mid. Yep. Let's settle down. MF, Misfortune. Right here. Misfortune. Now it's gonna be Jace again. Maybe.
I think
no, this is actually it's gonna be Cassante top.
They could pick Sejuani again.
It's a Mumu jungle. So they just choose to show their hand right here. But it's Kaisa mid, could be a possibility. Asol being possibly locked in instead of the Ezreal. I mean, I wasn't expecting to pick Ezreal again, but an Ezreal to Asol change is a little bit interesting. But the Asol, both teams kind of showing one of their positions pretty early, like not doing as much flexing this time around, which I am enjoying because it was something I was critical on, kind of just trying to secure your comp. But I do think Wukong into Mumu could be good because you just clone and then a Mumu cues it and then Mumu's like, huh? But we'll see what the first ban is here. Probably, I would assume it's like mid lane bans. So Jace was a good one. I mean, Jace being banned here makes sense. You don't want to play against assassin long range like AD mid laners when you're Asol because they abuse early. Asol was weak early, and then let's go Q max to like level 1 and somehow win. Rom, the same ban. I like Expired just keeping the same bans. I think that makes sense. I mean, it worked. Like if something's working, you don't fix it, and they're gonna ban Set. Possibly. Set is banned. Rel is banned. Okay, Jinx has lost 2 supports, and they pick Milio. Milio into this comp makes sense in terms of the healing, anti-CC, and the knockback. Not a terrible pick here. I just wanted tank engage, but he scales with Jinx Asol, so not a terrible pick. But could be better. But I like it. They have the sustain now with the Wukong Milio, like a lot of healing, and now we have just okay. Let's not imagine it's TF top. It might be TF top, guys. Could be, but TF being flexed here. I mean, he could be played AD carry. Kaisa could be mid. TF mid. TF top. We will see in 2 seconds. Because this could also be Wukong top too, realistically.
Yeah. Wukong top makes a little bit more sense at the moment.
I don't think he's great in the jungle. We do see Jax top. It is gonna lock in that TF to be mid though. I mean, they have a CC comp of Doom, and basically Emilio is gonna have to make sure he learns which ones to cleanse. But Ornn into Jax. I mean, late game, they're monsters. They are monsters. Level 35 is theirs for the taking with the Ornn upgrades, Milio healing, Jinx resets, Asol stacks, right? Then you have Wukong. Wukong is like, I just like, I'm wondering what this jungle's pool is because I want to know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Diana and Wukong are just like 2 of the most obscure jungle picks right now that I've ever seen. But they're good. They're not terrible. But the Jax being able to like, I mean, beat down as Ornn is going to be a little tough. Ornn gets a little tanky. I don't know if you guys know that or not. But overall, Expired Bandits, we want to go in. We want to CC. NLE Marauders, protect Asol Jinx at all costs. And get Jinx a reset. Get Asol a Q reset. And you're ready to go. Let Asol and Jinx farm, and you guys might actually just win the game. Period. Because if both teams do nothing, right? If they do nothing, it's NLE's for the taking. Thing is, Expired Bandits doesn't want to just do nothing. They want to fight. So either NLE Marauders just has to smurf the fight. If they don't smurf the fight, they lose the game. That's pretty much how it's going to go. At least, I mean, I don't know if you disagree. Well, I've been talking a lot.
No, I agree with you. I just think that this is just like, this is just like when they 6-11, it's just Expired Bandits time just to press the gas, right? They have TF ult, they have everyone wants us to fight on Expired Bandits. It's just go time. When it's 3-6 to 9 to 11, it's just purely expired. It's Expired Bandits time just to, all right, we're pushing the gas, right? Because NLEs, when they drafted Wukong, right? Wukong jungle here, it's like for people that have good group engage, and it's hard for this Wukong to make plays, I would say, on the side of NLE. But then they have Reset Monster, Jinx, and then Iridian Silver Scale. If they just lose this early to mid game, it just kind of falls off, right? So maybe we get that invade that we wanted from game 1 into game 2 for Expired Bandits going into it. Because I think NLE, if they lose this game from minute 1 or minute 3, I think it's just kind of over it. Because Expired Bandits, Kaisa can get explosive, TF can get explosive, and then of course Jax and Ornn are just gonna be poking each other with sticks.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I agree. I think everything you're saying makes a lot of sense. I mean, I just want to see how good this TF roams, because TF is very macro intensive. Like, he can solo kill, right? But we all know TF's like the side character. You know what I mean? Like, he's there to assist. You know what I mean? In a lot of ways, with mostly just ulting and yellow carding to carry. Which is probably going to be Asol or Jinx. But so we're really looking at TF yellow card and Leona ult. I think is going to be in what their shot selection is going to who their shot caller is calling for is going to make a huge difference. Because if they go on Wukong, I know he's like, yeah, you can have Wukong. You can have Wukong. That's fine. So let's see. I'm still just wondering why Wukong. I'm wondering why Wukong.
It's bold, I think. It's just too bold, I would guess.
I want him to succeed so bad. I just want the Wukong to do well so it proves me wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just not a Wukong guy, I guess. You know what I mean? That's completely fine. But I mean, we got 50 seconds. What are we feeling? Are we Expired Bandits right now? Are we Expired Bandits?
I'm actually Expired Bandits here. I think just because it's so really wonky that NLE are doing the same draft they did last game, basically, right? Where it's hard to execute. That's what I think. So
Yeah,
I think
I mean,
NLE
I
kind of runs that part.
I
No,
think
Expired Bandits runs
I
that.
think NLE has a brain dead comp, and it would only be more brain dead if you picked the tank support.
Mm.
But Melillo makes sense for the anti-CC. But if that's the only reason he makes sense, then you shouldn't have picked him, I think. But I'm a Arcavoice supporter, the Jinx. I support him. So I choose him to win lane. I feel like Expired Bandits has the better draft. But we will see. I said this last time. We'll see what happens. We can talk about this all we want. We'll see what happens on the Rift when we come back from break.
Yep.
We're back. Game 2. Hopefully we see a banger. We would love a banger to go to a Game 3. Who doesn't love a Game 3 series? I'm a Game 3 fanatic, except when I'm coaching. But we have no invade again. And this one, I mean, I feel like Bandits have like the greatest invade alive. But it's like you have Leona, Mumu, yellow card. You burn a flash at least, but no invade. Sad face. Me and Lola are crying right now.
Yeah, I wanted it invade again, but it's too
See,
much.
we can't get anything we want. We can't get anything we want. We can't get a tank support outside of NLE. We can't get an invade. We can't. Yeah, this is so sad, bro. I'm very sad. And yeah, they're just pinging a Mumu Leona. They thought there was gonna be an invade. Even NLE thought there was gonna be an invade. Like, come on. All right, Orin's gonna fight this Jax level 1. Get him. But we do see Wukong starting on his red side, but they're both kind of like they're both starting on the top side of the map, trying to play for their bot lanes. I mean, both bot lanes are kind of your carry for both teams, except like ASO late game. But we'll see. Grass being traded in the top lane. I mean, Kaisa and Leona getting a little bit of a push. ASO going for the bone plating is a little interesting. But I mean, I guess to keep him from dying to burst, in terms of Kaisa, like Amumu, like if somebody hits a Q out of nowhere, keeps him alive a little bit longer. Makes a little sense. ASO does get the level 2 here. He can actually farm a little bit. But we do some scraps. Kaneki getting the level 2 for Expired Bandits, so being able to go in right away. ASO just trying to eat the wave, and TF just walks up with a blue card, and he's no, he didn't even have a card. But I thought he did. I was scared too. I was also scared. But I like an Orin. I love Orin. Whenever I play top lane and get off field, I play Orin. So I am very excited about top lane. Oh, the flash of Q coming in from Amumu here. The stun comes out. The yellow card follows, and TF gets the first blood. But it is a 2-for-1, and I mean, oh, yep, 2-for-1. TF getting a double kill early, and Wukong proving me wrong already, getting his first kill of the game in the first couple seconds, but Diana did as well. So we will see how Wukong takes that gold further. He starts with a Ruby Longsword. Very, very good. Ornn wasn't able to push in this wave here, and Jax just tracking him down, pushing him away from the tower. ASO trying to take a trade with his TF, but TF just has all of the util at his disposal to try to keep this ASO away, yellow carding him as soon as ASO tries to astral glide into his area. Right now, ASO was able to back and grab a tier, which is fine for his mana. He really does need it. I'm surprised that he went tier so early, but I mean, very, very good. But Wukong is here, maybe trying to help bail this ASO out, but he is getting pinged out on the side of Expired Bandits. ASO does not have flash, but Wukong flashes after this TF. Will the yellow card be enough? Wukong should be able to clone in, and he does get the finish onto this TF. TF having TP should be able to get back and find. He has a Catalyst boots back on first back, even with that death. He is excited. He is excited, but great kill on the side of NLE by the Wukong. We do see a little bit of a scrap here. Ornn does do a deceptive amount of damage as a tank. And he was just showing Jax a little bit of that. But we have a dragon very, very soon. First dragon of the game. We gotta love it. 25 seconds. Wukong's already down here. Mumu's pathing down as well. We should see a little bit of a scrap possibly, but Mumu's gotta do his blue buff first. So it looks like NLE will be able to get first grabs at this dragon. But I mean,
it's just a lot of action mid, I guess, you know. Expired Bandits, so Mumu coming in, and then we do see Wukong Rifle just looking for it. Beside NLE, I guess they're just like starting a party, you know?
Yeah, I mean, look, Wukong, I think is just like Diana, like we were talking about, has to play with a certain pace. He wants to continue to fight, and get ahead because he has kill threat early. He's an early game jungler. Amumu is just trying to set up kills. I mean, TF getting 2 kills early, trying to get onto that Roa faster is super amazing. I mean, who doesn't like to get Catalyst on first back? I guarantee you no mage is going to say no to that. And he doesn't have like the scaling, like TF has his yellow card CD scaling, right? Like we're getting level up, but like TF isn't like your carry. So getting him like in a comfortable position early, you can't complain about that. Looks like Expired's gonna do grubs. I think they're just gonna trade objectives here.
For sure. We're just meanwhile we just see this top lane just scrap back and forth. It's a little. We're gonna see, a lot of magic damage, a lot of everything. Coming out.
Yeah, I know they're just gonna keep fighting back and forth. Ornn and Jax are gonna have the 2 top damage in the game. It's gonna be great. And then a top is gonna be like, bro, like my team like threw. Whatever one loses, and they're like, I have top damage. Damage is not always the indicator about how good you did. Look at enchanters. Like, come on. Have we learned nothing from Overwatch? But like in general.
I like the Overwatch reference.
No, have we learned nothing? It's so true. Amumu going in onto this Aesol here. We do have 4. The Aesol star coming down. It misses. The star is falling, not the sky, and it whiffed. And I'm sad. But Aesol, he really doesn't care. As long as he doesn't die, he doesn't care. That's that mid laner's entire mentality. He's like, let me get 300 stacks, and I will kill everybody. So we'll have to see here. Wukong does meet a Leona in the jungle here. Kai'Sa's trying to greet him as well. The Kai'Sa W does land. Leona going in onto this Wukong here. He is stunned up. Jinx dropping the traps here to see if she can keep this Wukong alive. But TF is here as well. This Wukong gets blown up. Leona getting the kill onto this Wukong here. But the fight was continuing. But I got moved up top lane. Ornn coming through, trying to save him before he dies. Using the flash to get away from this Jax. He does a deceptive amount of damage. But Jax finishes off before he gets killed. Holy, Jax is gasping for air just like I am. But that Ornn did too much damage in too little time. Man, that champion is disgusting.
Yeah, very high burst in these early to mid game. That was 2 for Expired Bandits for nothing.
Man, Amumu is still here. And he just used his flaming ball kick. The Amumu ult comes out here, knocking both down under tower, but Amumu almost dies to it. I mean, Jinx doesn't have Rocket yet, but she is definitely going to try if Amumu sticks around. I mean, she only needs a couple more creeps, it looks like, to get to level 6. Yeah, level 6 here. Amumu's just going to his Krugs on that little HP. I mean, definitely not what he's like healing off Jungle Pet too, so he's not gonna die. But like that's crazy. He lives on like so little HP. Wukong coming back for another mid lane gank possibly. But he's going for Scuttle. That's quite important. Yeah, I would if I'm Wukong. I don't even touch this lane. I don't touch Aesol's lane at all. I let him suffer. I just keep ganking bot permanently. I would make bot not have fun. The instant cleanse coming out from the Jinx. Leona ultimate no further, but cleanse is, I mean, a little tough to like lose right now. But with no Milio, you have no choice.
No choice. Wukong
Jack's going in on Ornn. Yeah, well, Wukong trying to kind of put some pressure on this Amumu here, taking his blue buff. Amumu is just now realizing it. He's pinging Jax, and Jax just crashed a huge wave on Ornn. Yeah, no, this Wukong is scared. The sports headset has died. Okay, 1 second. But overall, right now, Expired Bandits, look at the CSs in bot, and like you're just seeing the waves being crashed. I like where Jax just crashed a huge wave top. I mean, and now Ornn doesn't get to do anything. He doesn't get to do anything at all except farm that wave. Like, what Ornn is going to be like, yeah, I'll just sit and farm. You know what I mean? Like, no Ornn is going to be saying that. Ornn doesn't even need farm. But Jax just gets to, he's doing a really good job of just crashing waves and helping Amumu get to where he wants to go and fight who he wants to fight. I mean, it's a lot like game 1. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either. But the game state that we're talking about right now, Wukong has to play a little bit more greedy here, try to take out Mumu's cans. But we do see Expired Bandits there. They have more priority around them, around the map. So
we do see a resume happening. It did pause a little bit after it resumed. I just see the thumbs up emote.
Yeah.
We gotta love it. It's one of the best emotes in the game. I spam it a lot when I am very happy at this game. That and like the mad cat emote.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I
Yeah.
have the one where it shoots a heart out. So is this Kaisa with a heart?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's my favorite emote.
Well, I want to see if Wukong gets out. Mumu is tracking this Wukong down. I mean, could imagine this Wukong is not in the most favorable matchup here. I mean, and Jax, he's going right into the Jax, possibly, but it looks like Amumu's just going to take this kill. I mean, it's just Amumu's for the taking. Wukong realizes that, and he just sacrifices himself to the Tower Gods. But back to bot lane, where the farming is hot, and it's the only thing that's happening. Apparently, what was I gonna say? Did you see that Kaisa W now, if it's in like evolved, can go through?
Oh
everybody?
yeah, I've seen that recently too. I think it's a bad change.
I think it
I don't
makes
know.
sense. I mean, it hurts. That's gonna suck. AP Kaisa might make a comeback. Like straight mage Kaisa mid.
Yeah, I think so too.
It will, but I mean, I don't think he's going at this game with the static shift, but we will see. But the Grubs are going the side of Bandits again, all 6. It looks like Grubs have not. We have not been grubbing on the side of NLE. We're not grub fanatics.
Yeah, jungle enjoyers.
Jungle
Dragon
Dragon.
enjoyers. Oh,
It's fine. It's fine.
fine.
Twitch chat. Don't flame him too hard. Twitch chat. Don't flame him too hard. Flame him really hard. Actually, I want to see it. I want to see what power you have. Get him. But no, Asol, I'm pretty happy. He's kind of like not actually that behind. He's down a couple kills, right? That sucks. We do see a scrap over Gromp though, and who is falling first? That Milio is the first to fall. Wukong ultimately coming out here, but he's trapped in between 3 bandits, and the bandits have taken his life. Kaneki getting the kill. It's just now Arc being CC'd on, and now the Jinx is left. This Amumu that seems so weak in game 1 on the side of NLE has now become one of the star pawns and star points of this game 2 Bandits run right now. I mean, 3-1, man is strong. But overall, I mean, you are right now. Your NLE, like the one thing you're trying to keep in mind, you have Asol, Jinx, and a Worm, and it's only 12 minutes in. You know what I mean? So you're upset, but you are not complaining. You're not out by any means. It's like having Smolder, right? Like I know Smolder doesn't execute, but it's like the same concept.
Yeah.
Like you get further up in the game, it doesn't matter how many dragons you give up, doesn't matter how many grubs you give up. If Asol just hits an empowered ultimate on everybody, they just win. You just win. It doesn't matter. He does a deceptive amount of damage. Man has an ultimate that goes halfway across the map. He is not concerned with TF. But now Wukong is trying to collect the blue jungle yet again.
He died here once. Is he gonna die again?
Unfortunately for him, Mumu is bot this time. Probably gonna help out this NLE bot lane, try to gain some more traction. I mean, Mumu is 3-1, and he's up 20 farm. He has triple the KP on the side than Rifle at the moment. I mean, Mumu wants the scrap, and he's gonna have a good opportunity to do a lane gank here, actually, if Kaisa shoves his wave quick enough. Let's see. Oh, the root does come through. The buffer from Liana goes crazy.
Very good.
But it looks like another dive is forming. TF is in this blue side jungle. Forcing this Jinx out. Jinx having to cleanse flash here. Mumu ult, Leona ult, but you cannot escape TF. Milio's trying to secure his life by going back under tower, but just too many people under his tower at one time. TF cleans him up, gets another double kill. I mean, Jax just purchased his Trinity Force. Jinx just bolts some, so did Milio, and it just didn't matter. Because right now, Asol, he just farms. He's not going to roam. There's no point in him roaming now. He's so far behind.
Yeah, this is a very rough spot to be in for NLE. Knowing that Expired Bandits are doing the same thing they were doing last game, and they picked the scale comp, and now It's TF's just impacts so much in like these 14 minutes. As soon as he hits 60, was just across the map already. Just like, all right, I got gold card. We just go. We just layer someone with CC, and we take whoever.
Did you see Leona going in on Aso? Aso dropping the star, empowered ultimate. Kaisa is weak. The knockup coming in. Ornn is here as well. The barrier coming up for Kaisa might be able to save her life. It looks like it is. Jax is here and he explodes Milio. Jax getting both the bot lane both fault. Ornn eventually gets this Leona, but now TF is here. He might be able to get this Ornn in time. And Mumu is about to try to help him out. And where is Wukong? Wukong gets stopped, guys. Champion is great. No, but unfortunately for NLE, I mean, they tried to turn into a play for this Aso, but unfortunately, he only hit Leona with that ultimate. I mean, obviously the aftershock from his empowerment, like, does some damage, but, like, imagine you hit Kaisa there instead of Leona. You might get a shutdown or two. But now, if you look at the gold lead, it's just 8,000 gold for the side of Bandits. They are not the thieves anymore. They are the richest people in town. I mean, like, they're not gonna be. Like, you can't fight them. There's no way. You have to. NLE has to now play a pick comp with a scaling comp. And I mean, you could have had a scaling comp, but it's not what happened. But playing a pick comp with Milio, Ornn, right? Like,
yeah, it's still too rough. I think even if like it's like they have to. I think what NLE have to do, they have to ball up and try to fight. That's why I think, right?
I think team fight is bad. Team fight is so bad because like you have a Mumu, Leona. You know what I mean? Like we have another team fight here. Rifle is in. He does use his ultimate to come out, but he is so weak. Mumu and Kaisa are diving onto this backline here, and Arcvoice is the first to fall. And Kaisa just uses the Rift Throw to lock up this Aso, and Aso just gets chain CC'd into oblivion. And they are just sieging this base. Taking an inhib at 16 minutes, most likely here. Might be able to even pressure a second one with Jax pushing on this bot side. But Dragon is up in 39 seconds, and it looks like this will just be the end. But they're going to claim all of this blue side jungle.
Yeah, very good place from Expired Bandits here. NLE getting caught there for sure. I think what I meant by team fight, I mean like their picks have to be like more favored in. They're sending 5 members to like 2 or 3. More or less. That's what I think NLE needs to do. But now,
death ball, yeah, death ball for sure.
Time. But now it's just wallet diff, as you would say, from
it's
Expired Bandits.
Wallet diff. We'll talk about the game once it ends. We don't even know how the game will end. I believe in NLE Marauders. But another dragon is going to the Bandits. They didn't take it. They earned it with that Baron Siege. But to be honest, Aso, you gotta farm it to your heart's content, my friend. I mean, that is what I would be telling. As Jinx, I am hoping for the fattest rocket of mankind. You know, the kids like Kaisa or TF, or possibly Jax, and you get a reset, and then you just kill everybody. Like, Jinx is the most annoying champ to play like against in a close game. Unfortunately, right now it's not that close. Aso ultimate. Okay.
Catch Leo?
Tried to catch Leo. Missed a little bit. Leona kind of scared the Aso a little bit, but I mean, it keeps him safe. He didn't die. That's the important thing. But maybe we're going to see possibly Aso get a, like, ganked here. We have 3 top. Aso has no ultimate, no flash. This top side is now property of the Bandits. I mean, Bandits get to do exactly what they want. They have the money to do it. They have the power scaling to do it. The Hex Flash over the wall by Leo for style points. TF just keeping 3 people in mid by himself is crazy. TF just walking around with a yellow card. He's trying to give it to everybody. Ornn says, let's go on TF. TF is very much chain CC. The Wukong ultimate coming up. Jinx getting hyper here. Can she get another? But Jinx getting another shutdown on the Jax. Can she get another? Aso is raining down the Mumu, killing this Ornn before another can fall. Aso is pouring in damage, but he just only has rallies. The Jinx Rocket coming through almost kills Kaisa. Almost a triple kill for Arcaboys here. And that you just see what the winning formula is for their fights. I mean, Wukong coming on a flank with his ultimate, knocking him up, Jinx getting hyper, being able to kill their carries. I mean, she just killed TF. 2 of the people I named in the last time I was talking about a Fat Rocket have now fallen to Arcaboys. And almost the 3rd was killed as well by Mr. Arcaboys. Or Mr. Arc, as I call him. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I'll probably hear about it if I'm not. But overall, the Jinx just got 2 kills. You're a little bit richer, guys. Can you do something about it? When you're in like this type of like competitive setting, right? Like you get to a point like this, you're looking for the next play. You're not even thinking about the ending game right now. You're thinking about the next play. The next play, you need to somehow get this Baron. Like it is theirs. Can jungle steal it? No, because jungle is on bot side. Never mind. It is not your Baron. I apologize, NLE fans. But they haven't even started it. You have a chance. Go. You get this Baron. They're gonna try their best. The Bandits are shredding this Baron now. Can Wukong get there in time? It's gonna be close. And Mumu smites it at 9. And Wukong didn't have smite. Okay, never mind. Yeah, they tried. They tried, guys. But overall, right, this Baron is gonna end the game, or we are gonna wait another 15 minutes.
I think this is the one of the final fights. If Bandits win here, they're just gonna try to get whatever they can here. You know,
I mean, they took 1 tower down. Can they get the inhib here? It seems pretty inevitable that this inhib will fall. I mean, the clone coming out, the yellow card clone from the TF, I mean, it isn't the most optimal, but this Baron is coming through. The Orange Horn has been sounded onto this Kaisa. Can they kill Kaisa? I mean, they can't even reach it. The only hope is to clear the waves right now, but just the Baron wave alone is chunking these towers down. I mean, and waves are coming in. Another wave for the side of Bandits. I mean, you can't handle most of this right now. Right now, NLE's wave clear is very, very minimal, but 1 inhib is coming back up. Or going in on this Leo, trying to see if they can pour any damage in. Wukong being forced to use his ultimate here just to stay alive. And as soon as the inhib comes back up, it is immediately retaken. Ornn using his Q to try to maybe get some poke damage on this TF, but instantly has to dash back out. I mean, and Bandits, they're okay with taking 2 inhibs. They are so okay with that. But that game is not finished. NLE has at least 1 more fight left in them, and I want to see what they can cook up.
Yeah, NLE is considered on a timer now too, because now even if they misplay just a little bit too, that means that it could just be an instant rundown for expired Bandits. Still having Baron up, carrying the soul point of Dragon here for Hex. Hey, both games are Hex Drakes.
Let's go! Look at that. Go Riot. Consistency. Consistent Riot bugs and consistent Hextech Drakes. Gotta love it. Unfortunately, none are going to NLE Marauders at the moment, but we will see. This game is not over yet. They are still in it. The red card coming out from the TF, slowing this Ornn, possibly trying to start something here. Aso's only able to push this wave so far before he sees people coming in from the side of Bandits. I mean, from the blue side, they are just walking around with a Chad-like presence, I might say. They can do whatever they want right now. And NLE is really just hoping to catch them off guard with a fight. Like, I love the Wukong over the wall ult, like when they were back in NLE's base, right? Like, that was a great engage. But it didn't matter because you can't do that every time. You gotta be more like inconsistent with what kind of ganks you're trying to do. Be different. Aso does have empowered ultimate here. He's dropping the E on him. Leono just being straight engages here. Aso Star does come through though before he dies. Milio getting a kill on the Leona, but it doesn't seem to matter because the Mumu just takes the Wukong down, and TF is just raining down the cards onto this NLE backline here. Mumu getting a double kill here, showing that this champion is not bad. It is actually turbo broken, at least in the hands of Mednev. I mean, and all the inhibs now are gone. Look at that wave coming from bot lane. It looks like that tower should fall. and it looks like the Bandits are going to be taking a win that they deserve, but not before they take out the bot lane. Jinx falls, but not after she gets a kill. I mean, start to finish, just a brilliant game by the Bandits. I mean, by blue side. I mean, they just played better. I mean, unfortunately, that sometimes it just happens, you know? I mean, I'm not trying to like discourage NLE, right? Like, I'm not trying to discourage anybody on that team because they played good. They played what they could, right? But I mean, Bandits just played better. And they picked the comps that were easier to execute. I mean, he first picked the Mumu. They basically ego checked you on the blue side, right?
Huh?
And you did nothing about it. You know what I mean? You kind of just were like, okay, they picked a Mumu, guys. Like, let's pick something that's gonna kill a Mumu. They drafted better and they played better. Unfortunately, it was their day. You know what I mean, to win 2-0. So congrats to the Bandits. I mean, TF was great. TF played amazing. TF was the carry. I mean, Amumu did 7-1 and 12, but TF did 19k damage with that electrocute. He was everywhere. So
Yeah.
hats off to Robust Octopus. Like, he played great. He's my MVP. Like that mid lane, both mid lane matchups, he just played really well.
Yeah, I do agree there. The MP does go to Robust for me too, because like the way he impacted the map was just like it just didn't stop. He was just always there, you know, like anywhere that we saw Mr. Arg look anywhere, you know, he was just there like, hi, this is it's never fair. It's never fair. It's never a 3v3. It's a 3v4 with him just coming in everywhere. So you gotta give respect to him.
Exactly. You know, I just like he really just said hi to everybody, and it was great. I think Amumu but Amumu and TF just worked so well together. Just the players in general. I'm not even really talking about the champions. You know what I mean? They seem to just have an idea of, okay, if Amumu goes in, I'm following. If Sejuani goes in, so is Jace. You know what I mean? Like, they just do it. And that's what you're looking for out of a mid lane jungle duo. It just seems like they had more synergy than NLE's does. I mean, obviously NLE's playing with a sub AD carry, right? So they're not gonna have the synergy there. Top lane is an island for a reason because there's 5 players on each team, right? And there's 2 duos. It's mid jungle and bot and support, obviously. You have to have a good jungle mid synergy or you're not gonna win a lot of games. I mean, you're not going to find a lot of success in what you're trying to do. You could have the greatest comp in the world, right? But if Orianna doesn't throw her ultimate onto like a tank engaged jungler, the tank engaged jungler, you know, when he goes in, there's no point. The duo is wash. So unfortunately, my NLE Marauders did not come out with the victory today that I would hope for. But Bandits, they played good. So congrats off to them. I don't know what the standings are. I didn't really look. But from that game, Bandits seemed like a great team heading into playoffs. I mean, the playoffs are right around the corner. And Marauders have some stuff to figure out. I mean, obviously their full roster wasn't here, but there was like, I just think the drafting was a little subpar. I think the gameplay and the synergy was a little off. You know what I mean? And it didn't seem like they were fighting and playing with some urgency that you would think they would play with if they're trying to come back, especially when you lose game 1. Game 2. Oh, so both teams are apparently, this might have been like the nail in the coffin apparently, because we are now just finding out that Bandits and Marauders are actually fighting for the last spot in playoffs. Ouch. That hurts. Like when you're fighting against a team and you're looking at the standings because everybody does it, and you're looking at them and you're like, okay, we have to beat the Bandits. I mean, we have to beat Bandits. Like we have to do better than them. Hopefully they lose, and they beat you. That's crushing. So I feel my thoughts are out to the Marauders, but I think we have like 2-3 weeks left. Like you gotta hope for something to happen. We have 1 week left. That's rough. That we might have just seen the end of Marauders season pretty much. Oh, so they basically have to win next week and hope that Bandits lose, to like make playoffs. So hopefully that works out for them. I'm pulling for them. You have anything else to add, though, Lala, before we send it off?
I think you said most of the important parts. Hopefully, we do see more of each team, but can't be helped.
Can't be helped. But back to the drawing board. Losing games helps you learn. Winning games, it's a lot harder to learn because you don't know whether it's the team playing bad or you playing good. So Marauders definitely have a lot better of a bod to watch. But I think that's it. We'll be back tomorrow, guys, for Thursday, the little Diamond Masters League that we have on Thursday nights. We'll be playing that there. I don't know which teams are playing, but I encourage you to stick and come and watch us on Thursdays. It will be entertaining and it will be fun for whoever's watching and whoever's playing. So, but besides that, I think me and Lala are gonna peace out here. So you guys have a nice rest of your night.
All right, see y'all.
There's my home, there's my world. See, it's the flower